Hello, Adrian Bacchus here, ENG145A13 with Kristin Marshall. I am doing assignment 8 video podcast regarding chat. I have used the Chatting in the Workplace article, Grassroots, by M. Irene Taylor and Jeff Rientz, one of the two. Um, the structure of this is in a Q&A, and they are both discussing the different aspects of their jobs that relate to chat and how they have learned and adapted certain procedures from the past. Terminology in this has to do with production, so both the tools, practices, and uses of creating text. Representation, so the issues that relate to the way people conceptualize a plan and create a text. Distribution, so considering who receives the text and for why and what purpose and why they receive it. And then when they do receive it, reception, so how the text is taken up by others, how they might repurpose it or respond to it, that sort of thing. Socialization, so the interaction of the people that as they produce, distribute, and use the texts, and how that relates to cultural norms of the actual place or institution. And then finally, activity. So pretty much all the actions that are involved in producing that kind of text. I'm forgetting. Oh, ecology. So physical, biological forces that exist beyond anything like that. So pretty much everything that comes with it. But basically, in this article, the two are having a Q&A on certain things that they adapted in their own profession. They decided that they would pretty much ask each other what they did from the get-go. So Jeff is in banking, and he actually has to let people know about foreclosure notices. And he explains how at first he would have to pretty much write them himself. He'd have to write them out, and then there would be a second party, a second staff member that he would send it to, and then he or she would type it up themselves and send it to the respective person that is past due on their payments. Problem is that he said at first that was not. It was very difficult to actually edit what he was writing because it was so many that he had to write. And once computers started coming into the offices, he was able to cut out the middleman and change his approach and actually edit and type his own foreclosure notices. And the conventions that have to do with that are making sure that you are professional, making sure that you are stating the urgency of the matter, so certain bold letters when need be. He cannot angry write like he said that he used to. You gotta be, again, professional and pretty much let people know that your stuff is past due. We are aware. We are responding to this notice of payment sort of thing. Like, you have to be professional. So he explains to her about that, different conventions about that, making sure that you're clear, concise. As for Irene, on the other hand, Irene is works in an office staff support. Staff member. Office staff member, and she pretty much has to give materials and order sheets and print out forms for her other staff members who have classes. So at first she had to just constantly have people writing to her or emailing her, and just really quick form where a lot of things and details would be left out. A lot of details were left out. Sometimes people weren't getting the right orders, this and that. So she decided to create an actual work order form that would state from, and you would write in the actual person that's working with you, today's date, today's time, scanning request, write in the amount of hard copies you need, and then say what limit on how many per book or journal, number of pages attached. Check here if you want the order form to be front or back or stapled, that sort of thing. So basically, it went from a non-formal, non-conventional distribution to an actual block form, easy to write down work order sheet, so that she could respond to everybody and actually put in the exact order that is needed, so there are no discrepancies, no problems moving forward. So I learned that they used their low road transfer because they had already dealt with dealing with other customers and stuff like that. So they'd already used what they'd already learned, emailing wise and everything like that. But then the high road transfer was getting the new computer for Jeff and actually typing him up himself and editing himself and making sure everything is, good and plain. And the high road transfer for Irene was being able to finally have an attention grabber. That's what she said. She said that I wanted to get the attention of my coworkers, so that way they know exactly what I'm asking of them, and they can put exactly down what they're asking of me to help them out with. All right, I'm going to stop there. I'm going a bit too long. Thank you very much.